Dude, I didn't know you were Sia.
See ya later. Later.
Welcome into the Bogey Bro Banter.
Turned it right on. No problem.
No problem.
The light's green, that means go. Lights green, go.
Let me ask you a
Gright's
question.
lean.
And Hunter, I think this will probably resonate more with you, but it might resonate with Konner
That's
slightly.
okay, man. I'll take the back seat on this one.
Resonate, me, man.
It's Masters weekend this coming up here. Mm-hmm. And so like golf is in the air, for example. And it made me like, anytime like something like that is going on, like it changes my mood
Holy
like towards
cow.
that sport.
Uh-huh.
And I just wanted to know if you had a similar experience to this, Hunter. But like growing up, like we played video games.
Yeah.
Like, and you played like some sports video games growing up, right?
Lots.
Yeah, and I was like mostly what I played. I don't know if I'm the only person like this, and this is probably not that uncommon, but whenever there was like a sport, whenever it was like a sports season, like that's when I played that sports video game.
Yeah.
Like if it was baseball season, like I like that's the way I rotated.
Well, I didn't really play. So I played, growing up, I played Madden, NBA 2K, and FIFA.
Yeah.
That was pretty much it. I sprinkled some golf in, but golf, I mean, I never was a big golfer, so I didn't watch golf.
Yeah.
So basically, I would play NBA. I every season started a new career with my player, typically because I wouldn't finish a season.
Never. I mean, if you've ever finished a season without simulating like NBA My Career, you deserve a gold medal.
Yeah, honestly.
I don't.
So
that being said, some other games I've played a lot of seasons, but not.
So like
career.
every August or October, like that range, August to October, somewhere in there, I created a new my player, and I would start off playing like a game a day because in my head I'm like, I just got to do
Just
that for
follow
80
the season.
days.
Yeah,
it's so easy. Never worked.
Not easy.
But I would play that a lot, and then I would go to I would like slowly start playing FIFA, kind of December, January range.
Yeah.
I just randomly got a FIFA kick.
It's always a kick.
And then Madden, I just kind of played on and off. The summer, though, was always like a lot more. My brother was obviously off of school. We were both off of school during the summer, so we played video games together a lot more. So there's a lot more war games. And the only sports game he liked was FIFA. So we'd play like Borderlands 2, Diablo, obviously Call of Duty, and then tons of FIFA. Was like summer games.
It's just crazy because like I don't even play video games really anymore. I just don't have time, but I still like will get the itch. Like football season will be on. I'll be watching football and be like, ooh, I want to play Madden. Like I just want to play, or like now like Masters weekend's up. Like, ooh, I want to play PGA Tour. Like I want to go golf. Like it just affects my
I'll probably
mood.
put on the VR headset tonight, swing a few.
Oh, I hate that.
I
want to play.
It's a good time.
It's really fun.
It's a good time.
VR golf is
I've
very
still
fun.
to this day never even put on an actual VR headset.
I'll bring mine
fun.
in one day.
Yeah,
I want to play VR. We could do a video of VR golf for
No,
sure.
because I can't figure out. I
How to
can't
screen
get my.
capture
Mine's not working.
Oh,
I've looked
There's
it up
gotta
multiple
be a
times.
way.
There's ways because like it's supposed to work, but mine
Is it
just
native to the Oculus? Mm-hmm. So maybe we have to go around it.
well, you
It
can
just won't work.
stream. You can like stream it
Yeah,
to
exactly.
a computer or something, right?
Yeah, I just haven't got mine to work yet, but
we'll figure it out.
VR
yeah, we
golf.
can definitely figure it out. But it's a good time. I had a different thought in my head as I was talking, but I can't remember it.
Okay.
In one ear and out the other, you know.
Yeah.
That's how these things. Oh no, I know exactly what I was gonna say. Up until I think last 2020 or 2021 was the first time I didn't buy the new NBA 2K. Mm-hmm. But I hadn't regularly played NBA 2K since like 2018.
Yeah. Okay. So like, do you have any like? Because my longest streak of video game purchases right now is FIFA, and I have had
I don't have any current streaks.
I've had FIFA 13 up until 22 right now. So 9 years.
My biggest one was Call of Duty, and I have in my possession still Call of Duty 2.
Yeah.
They remastered it for the Xbox 360, but I owned it for the Xbox as well. Call of Duty 2 all the way until Call of Duty Ghosts, and then I missed 2 years.
Yeah.
And then I started picking it up again.
I think I had like Madden. I had Madden like 08 through probably like 13, and then missed a couple, and then got like 16 and 17 and 18.
The only other one I did was NBA 2K.
2K I've been on and off.
2K.
I had 11, and then I don't think I owned another one until quite
I went
a ways
11 through 20, but I didn't play like 19 or 20.
Yeah.
But I bought them still because it was just like my nature. When 2021 was when like 2K21 was coming out, I was like, I've got to get it.
It gets
and then
to
I was
the
like, wait a
point-
minute, Hunter, you haven't played NBA in 2 years.
Yeah.
Why are you buying this game?
Well, it gets to the point where like I would still have fun playing any video game with like my friends.
Yeah.
But I used to be able to just like curl up in my chair and put on like a FIFA career mode and just play even in college, like just stupid hours on that. Just like using my own imagination basically and just having fun playing against the AI because I didn't even play online a lot of the times. But like these days, like I would still like if I had a 2K game, like I would have fun if I was playing against my buddy and he was sitting next to me on the couch. But like I'm not just gonna hop on and start playing NBA 2K.
If I was single, I would 100% still play my player.
I could get
into my player.
If I was single, I would have to game because I'd be so bored.
Well, basically,
I'd have to find something to do.
What basically happened is because like Liz and I started dating in 10th grade, and so we would hang out pretty much every day. But she would go home around like 8 or 9, depending on how much homework we had or whatever.
Yeah, and then you'd play.
And from then till like midnight, those 3 to 4 hours were just me gaming.
Well,
but I didn't have anything else to do.
Yeah.
So like it's a thing where like if she goes out of town and I'm sitting at home and I have nothing else to do, I will thoroughly enjoy myself playing video games. But if I'm sitting at home and she's there, we're gonna end up watching TV or
my thing is
planting some grass seed.
Heck yeah, big lawn guy.
Now
that I don't have time to like get invested into video games, I don't even want to start with them.
Exactly.
Because
if I start a new My Player like a week from now, I'm not going to play
like
it.
Poor guy's gonna be starving.
Yeah.
I mean, if I was single and I was like really trying to get into gaming, I think I'd let myself like delve into like deeper games because I like sports games. You can play like a 30-minute game and like, that's that. But like if I was like gonna get into gaming, I would like pick up some games where like it's a little more like some of that Skyrim stuff.
I never got into Skyrim.
Here's why I didn't get into Skyrim was because I got it too many years after it had already come out. Mm-hmm. So they had remastered it a little bit, but the graphics were aged a bit. So that's where like there was a little bit of a disconnect there. It didn't look awful, but like it wasn't quite up to par. Whenever the new one comes out, there's a I mean, I don't know. Now, what I will say that is coming out, I think this year, maybe next year, is an open world Harry Potter themed game where like you create a wizard and like live Harry Potter life.
That's pretty cool.
That one will get me. Like there are a few games that like I'm still to this day like when that comes out, I'm going to play it. Sorry, everybody. See you when you're all grown up, son.
I like exclusively played Call of Duty games. That was like it. I never really would consider myself a gamer at all.
Yeah.
But I played a lot of Call of Duty with my dad and my brother-in-law.
Call of Duty's a good time.
Did you play campaign or you just play online?
Just played zombies.
Yeah. Oh.
Zombies?
Yeah.
Here's the thing about zombies. I hated it growing up because I just got bored with it. But playing zombies with like a good group of friends and like actually trying to figure out the Easter eggs and like once you learn how zombies works a bit more, it's a lot of fun.
It literally
really is.
It'd be me and my brother-in-law and my dad would spend hours late at night just playing zombies for a really, really long time. And then you always got that awkward part where you just got to like the 70th round.
Yeah, and
then
so
the game ends and you're like, you're like, okay, let's start over. And you're on the first round. You're like, okay, never mind. I can't do this anymore.
We should do a live stream where we play zombies like in the dark. Get some like real loud speakers in here. Surround sound.
I don't think it ends anymore, does it?
No,
it doesn't end.
No.
Yeah. No.
You get
you're saying you
we
died.
died. Yeah.
I was gonna
You
say,
do
it
get
doesn't
to a
end.
point though where it's kind of like you find like certain maps. You find like your little route that you run. And you're like, I could do this forever, but what's the point? That's why I like the Easter eggs because the Easter eggs you feel like you're accomplishing something, and they're like pretty tough and they're really rewarding when you actually get one done. Because like the last one I did was the Call of Duty World War II game. There's a really fun Easter egg. And it's not impossible. Like some of them are like seem like impossible, but it was like hard enough and like is really rewarding to finish. And like that to me is more fun than just like let's make it to round 100 and just run in circles.
Yeah. I did play a lot of multiplayer.
I just never got good at Call of Duty. That was the thing that deterred me.
So my brother-in-law was really good at it. So I played a lot and I was just terrible. Whenever I was in like high school, middle school and high school, I would play with him. And then whenever I got into college, my roommate had a PlayStation, which I always played on the Xbox. But then I got used to his PlayStation and I had the flu for 2 weeks. And so I 5 hours a day just played like multiplayer, like online multiplayer on Call of Duty, and I felt like I was really good at it, and it was dangerous.
The one
I
thing
wish
go ahead.
I wish Call of Duty kept the prestige model.
Yeah,
because that was so much fun.
Well, no, you do still prestige, but once you get to 10th prestige now, you can just keep leveling up. That's the difference.
Are you sure?
That's how it was a few years back. What happened was before you got the 10th prestige and you were done. They changed it a few years back to where you got the 10th prestige and then you could just keep going.
I'm pretty
up.
sure you just don't really prestige anymore.
You might not. I haven't played in a while, but it used to be like you could be 10th prestige level 300. Like you could just keep going up.
I was playing Black Ops 3,
but they may have changed it again
on my roommate's PlayStation. I was playing Black Ops 3, and whenever I played for those 2 weeks, in those 2 weeks I started my own account and prestiged. That's how much impressive. I played.
I honestly want to play Call of Duty now, and we have an Xbox in here, so
I love Call of Duty.
At some point, we do need to I feel like we all need to gauge our abilities because I don't think we've ever.
I don't think I'm good.
Well, Hunter and I have played.
I'm not good anymore. But I'm getting an Xbox though.
That is the one. There you go. That's the one thing we did in my dorm. Like my roommates played a good bit on my PlayStation, but we would have 1v1s in there that would get pretty heated. We would just play. I think we would play the Modern Warfare Remastered was the one we played a lot. And we'd play it was called Cargo or Shipment or something. It was just a bunch of storage crates. And it was a very small map. And we would just 1v1. And if you got on a hot streak where you memorized the spawns and knew where people were, it got toxic. Somebody would we would play first to 30 kills and somebody would just go up, go on a run of 10 in a row, and there was yelling that
now
took
I played
place.
a lot of Call of Duty Mobile. I'll rip you on.
I believe you.
You still prestige, but it just is different. So
okay,
Modern Warfare 2 was
reset you.
The original. Yeah, you reset. You're back to level 1, and then when you get to prestige, wherever that is, you have your gold scar. You
got an extra skin.
Yeah, you got everything.
Yeah,
whatever. But then you prestige and you restart and you just build back up, and then obviously the emblem.
Trying to decide to prestige was the hardest thing back then.
Yeah.
I mean, all of my friends, we would it was whoever could get to 10th prestige the fastest.
Okay.
And so one of my, one guy skipped a solid 3 to 4 weeks of basketball practice, just fully skipped.
What the heck?
And he got the 10th prestige within the first month.
And he got 10th man as well, I'm sure.
No, he was 6th man. He was a really good shooter. But he definitely, when he came back, he was benched, you're not playing. And then he was good enough that eventually he had to play
force their hand, man. That's powerful right there.
But now, so Cold War prestiging, this is where I was
is that the newest Call of Duty still?
No, one just came out, right?
I don't know.
We're so don't game anymore. You don't lose your weapon unlocks. So there's just prestige milestones for each individual season, which I hate that. It's pointless.
The newest Call of
Duty there's no
Vanguard.
You're sitting there and you get to I would get to 5th, 6th prestige. And that's when it'd really start getting tough because then I'd grinded it out. Mm-hmm. I'm at 6th prestige, but I want to get to 10th prestige, but now we're in the heat of the basketball season. So I'm can I actually play this enough? It's if I prestige, then it's going to make me want to play less because I don't get to play a ton and I'll lose my intervention and everything. That I use the intervention and the scar. That was my
I was always a Barrett 50
class.
Cal guy.
Really?
Yeah, dude, just boom. You put a thermal. You put thermal and FMJ on that thing, and you get to some of those maps, and you just light people up. I mean, you just blow people up with that thing. It was awesome.
We would always just do quick scoping. And so that was the intervention. You didn't have an option. If you quick scoped with the Barrett 50 cal,
Call of Duty Vanguard,
you're prepared to be trapped.
It came out November 5th of 2021. That's the newest one because they come out in November.
Yeah, every November.
It's another World War II game. I hate that.
Yeah, I haven't played it because they also they redid the Warzone map because that's what got me really back into Call of Duty was Warzone.
Is anybody
got me hardcore back into it?
Is anybody playing that? I feel like
most
people.
A lot.
Well, most people are playing Warzone
playing Apex, and a lot of people play Apex and Fortnite with no building.
Fortnite's making a comeback, yeah.
But yeah, Warzone's massive and it's free.
Yeah, that's Warzone is called. I mean, that's the new age is battle royale games. So that's Call of Duty's.
Warzone's incredible.
That's Call of Duty's bread and butter, and I'm sure, and a lot of people still play Warzone.
Yeah,
Warzone. My whole thing with Warzone, it kind of goes I'm not very good at Call of Duty. I would say I'm very average at first person shooters, and that's fine and dandy if you're playing just team deathmatch and you're going to respawn and get back in it. But Warzone, what typically happens if you're not good, you are going to play a little safer. So you're going to go out you're going to get all this stuff done, collect all your stuff, and then I just get shot.
You just got to push.
You're right. No, I should just play that way.
Because that makes you, what it does is if you are constantly pushing, your games will cycle through faster if you're not good. Yeah. But then if you're good enough, you'll end the game
I have this weird
kills.
complex where I think I'm going to win, even though I'm absolutely incapable of winning a gunfight.
That's what the first time I ever won a Fortnite match, I just hid in a bush.
I think we all did, yeah.
I won with 0 kills.
Yeah.
The dude that I was up against at the end tried jumping off and like sniping me and jumped off his tower and just
There will
died.
be very little
won.
ever again, like first few weeks of Fortnite to where like I was in college and like people were literally 20 people would gather in a dorm room to watch somebody try and win if they were like top 3. You'd hear people yelling down the hall like somebody's so-and-so is top 5, like they're about to win. Because like it was so hard to win and it was so new. And like I just remember like I would win like very occasionally and like we'd all freak out. It was the biggest deal ever. It was beautiful.
I really liked Blackout on Black Ops 4, which is just the battle royale.
Yeah, that was really like the
good.
original.
Me and my roommate used to play that all the time. It was very fun.
I liked the Warzone map when they made it the smaller one with like the respawn ability. I enjoyed that.
Respawn Island, whatever it was called.
And I like Apex. But I don't like playing the battle royale mode in it. I just need fast paced. Like if I don't have that.
Search and Destroy is always a great time.
I love Search and Destroy, but Search and Destroy is like it's such a fun gun mode, or game mode, but you have to be good at winning gunfights one-on-one because that's essentially the whole thing. And like I don't play, so like how am I going to be good at it? Yeah, my reaction time gets slower by the years. You know how it works, you know.
If you get the right monitor, it does wonders for you.
Yeah.
That was the biggest thing is when I got so much better at Warzone when I switched from playing on my TV to playing on a monitor.
Yeah,
because I just didn't realize
you're closer to the screen. You got that better refresh rate, response time.
I was not closer to the screen when I switched to a monitor.
Just, like,
I was when I was playing any Warzone or any type of Call of Duty or anything, I was like
once you go, it's so funny. Like growing up, like I was perfectly fine with like having a decent sized TV and like sitting on my couch and playing.
Well, when we were playing Modern Warfare 2, no one played on monitors.
Yeah, no,
like Modern Warfare 2, everyone was playing on their TVs.
Once you go to a monitor and like are sitting right there in front of it and it's crisp,
you can't go back.
You can't go back. Like I can't play video games another way unless I'm playing Mario Party.
I pulled up Rocket League on my PS4 the other night because I was bored, and my brother's like, I don't even know, he's diamond or platinum now or something. He's gotten crazy good, and so I was like, let me get a warm up game and I'll text Jimmy and see if he wants to get online. The input lag on my TV was atrocious.
So tough.
I couldn't do it, but I didn't have a monitor at home anymore because all my monitors are here. And so I was like, I literally can't play Rocket League. Like, there's no way for me to play Rocket League right now.
Yeah, it's different.
You can't go back.
What I'm really excited for, there's like a ton of games coming out this summer that I'm interested in on the Switch in particular, because I don't use my Switch a ton, but like when the right game is out, I'll get into it. Like, I still love a lot of the Mario games. And they're doing a Wii Sports for the Switch, which is coming out at the end of this month, and that's going to be electric because like who doesn't love Wii bowling? Like, it's so fun. And then also Mario Super Strikers, which was a game.
That's a good one.
Kind of an old school game. My uncle and my brother and I are all super into that game, and it comes out right before we're going to the beach. So we're going to like play the mess out of it. And this year, what they've added is an online clubs mode. So you can make a club and play other people online. And I'm just telling you right now that we are going to be impossible to beat. So that's just, if you're out there and you think you're better at strikers, you're not.
I was looking for, I know that whenever I was playing Call of Duty a lot, I took a lot of pictures and videos on my phone of like
your wins.
Yeah.
I have like
Fortnite
I can't find any of them. On my Snapchat memories. I'll like one will pop up me like 4 years ago, just a picture of my Fortnite win. Because like it was such a big deal. We'd send it to our friends.
You always Snapchatted it. I still have that. Like I didn't play Fortnite. I played Fortnite when it first came out. We all did on the disc golf team.
Yeah.
And I had a few wins then.
Because we brought PlayStations to the hotels.
Yeah.
To like, because I remember like we would talk about people winning like the next morning.
Yeah. So I had a few wins then. Then I didn't play for a long time. Then my brother-in-law got into Fortnite right before Warzone came out. Like around the same time Warzone was about to come out, he got into Fortnite. So it was during COVID, like when everyone was just in their house. And so I was like, I had so much more free time because I was just chilling at home. And so I started playing Fortnite with him. And my wife didn't like my PS4 being in our main living room. So I put it in our guest bedroom, and I had the TV. It was about the size of the one Konner's using. The one Silas broke. That TV.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
I had that TV mounted on the wall.
He broke it on purpose.
So I would sit on the edge of the bed and play it. And then like
no back support.
Liz's whole family was over one night. And Kent and I just went in there and we were playing like rotating games between me, Kent, and Katie. And so it was my turn to play, and I hadn't played Fortnite in a long time. And so I just picked it up, and it just like slowly came back to me, and I had like a 5 or 6 kill win. And
I've never played Fortnite.
By the end, her whole family was in the room. We were like losing our minds, and I was like, "This is vintage Fortnite. It's back." And then once I got a win, skills based matchmaking was like, "All right, time to move up."
Yeah.
And then it'd be like, poof, and then Fort Knox, and then the next week Warzone came out, and so then Kent and I were like, "Let's try this," and then
y'all
next thing I know, my whole basement had like 4 monitors. Kent and my other friend Stout and my other friend John all brought their PlayStations to my house, and then every night they would show up at like 8 o'clock. And Liz hated it because at least 3 or 4 nights a week we would just play from like 8 to 2 a.m. And we were just in my basement unhealthy. And just had LED lights. I had a snack fridge, drinks. Oh. I was like I was back in high school, except for I had a wife upstairs pissed. Slightly different experience when you walk up to go to bed after getting a win. You're like, yeah. And then Liz just sitting there like, I haven't been able to sleep. Y'all been so loud. I'm like, what do you want me to do?
We won. Listen, my clock's ticking. I now have a son who eventually will be old enough to play video games with me. So
that's what I told Liz. I was
I guess if you want him to get into that kind of stuff.
Oh, I do.
I told Liz, I was like, the more I think about it, the more having a son is just a cheat code. I was like,
because you get to do your own hobbies.
I was like, I just get him into the stuff I'm into, and then I'm like, hey, you know what, Liz? You've had a hard week.
It's bonding.
I'm gonna take Luca out to the golf course and just play around with him. I'm gonna take him out of the disc golf course, just get around it. You have a girls' weekend, Me and Luca are gonna go on a boys' trip to the Final Four. I think the memories we'll make there. Just you can't put a price tag on that. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying.
Like you get it's a cheat code.
It's like basically.
We're gonna go fishing this weekend. I think he'll love it. Everything I want to do.
I completely agree. I think that's
just
awesome.
The idea that I get to teach somebody how to play Minecraft for the first time. That's beautiful to me.
You better have your brother on the server. You just leave your son in the dust and never play.
No, I like him, so I'll help him out.
I hate Minecraft.
I love it. It's gonna be great. I'm excited about that. I feel like because that game too.
Knowing my luck, my son will get into Minecraft and Roblox, and I'll be like, "The frick are you doing?"
I'm never into Roblox.
You guys,
Roblox is past my time.
Yeah, same.
But I feel like we're having kids, so
I don't know if it's still relevant.
I don't know either.
I'm going to decide what's relevant in my house.
That's what I'm saying. The Sega Genesis and the Nintendo 64 are the newest game systems, bud.
I'm gonna just completely warp his timeline and give him a DS Lite and be like, this is the cutting edge stuff right here.
Hey, look what just came out. It's called an Atari.
Yeah.
You're going to love it.
Is it okay if I take us on a slight detour away from the gaming topic?
You can detour us.
I met my niece last night.
I want to play video games a lot right now.
I met my niece last night, my new niece.
Yeah, how was that?
Oh, nice.
It was great. Keep going.
Lila Jr.?
It's just
no, Finley. Finley K.
It's just a baby. It's not that interesting.
Finley K. She was tiny. I forgot how small babies are.
Yeah.
As I was scrolling through my pictures just then, I was reminded of a memory. Have I ever told you guys about the time that I bought a trampoline?
Yeah,
yes.
And you assembled it at 3 a.m. We've heard this entire story.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I think I've heard that story twice.
Yeah,
That's okay.
This would have been the 3rd or 4th time.
That's okay, man.
But yeah, I got to meet.
Sorry about that.
I got to meet my niece.
I feel like you've told it on the banter too.
I don't know if I have, but I don't care.
Pretty sure.
Now.
Okay.
This is my niece. She looks just like Lila Grace, which is
Aw.
my other niece.
It's very cute.
I got
baby.
4 nieces now.
You're
Crazy.
nieced up.
You know?
I was FaceTiming
Got
my
one niece,
nephew
also
last
named
night.
Lila.
Yeah.
That was it. I was
Oh,
FaceTiming.
nice.
Yeah, Lewis.
I was thinking how weird it is because my parents, once Liz and I have our kid in August, my parents will be grandparents of 5.
That's a lot.
Wow.
That's a lot.
I was just thinking in my head, like 4 years ago, my parents had no grandkids at
Yeah.
all. And now,
just popping 'em out.
my parents are more grandparents than they are parents.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
There's only 3 kids, and now there's gonna be 5 grandkids.
Well, my
crazy.
parents, I don't have any other siblings, nor does my wife have any siblings that are even in relationships. No, one of them's in a relationship, but none of them are married. So we're gonna have a pretty big head start on the one grandkid. It'll be a while, or they
have 2 on
they
your
have
wife's
2.
side.
Yeah, there's another one on my wife's side, but there's no at least for my side of the family, there's no prospects at all really of any more grandkids for now.
I don't know, man. Tyler could do something wild. He's at nationals.
No, you never know. I mean, listen. With it, I mean, in the span of 3 years, I got married and had a kid, so it can happen pretty quick. You never know.
It can also take forever.
Anything else? Yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah. No, it was a weird moment because I walked in, and what was even weirder is this niece Finley is 1.5 pounds heavier than Lila was. And
Wow.
I just met my other niece, Adelaide. We met her, but she was a few weeks old by the time we met her, or like a week and a half old. So like they grow a lot in that first span. Like the span from newborn to like a few weeks is drastically different. And so I hadn't held like a newborn in a long time, since Lila. And so it's been like 3 years.
They're delicate.
And so I walk in, I'm just looking at this baby. I'm like, how is it so small? And then like put it in my arms. I'm like, you're telling me that Lila, who is the 3-year-old sitting next to me, I'm like, you're telling me she was a pound lighter than this? They're like, yeah, and like 2 inches shorter. I was like,
crazy.
Frick? How?
Yeah, my
Crazy.
baby
She was 7 pounds, 12 ounces, what Finley was.
Babies.
Yeah. My baby was like obviously still tiny, but he was pretty big. Like he was tall and he was 9 pounds, 9
How many
ounces.
inches was he?
Give me a number.
21 is what Finley was.
I think he was, I want to say he was 24 and a half.
Good night, yeah.
Yeah, and he was 9 pounds, 9 ounces. He also was a week and a half past due, so he was...
That's what's crazy is Finley
he was well done.
Heather, my sister, would have been induced on Monday, but she went
Yeah.
into labor on Saturday night and she had the baby Monday.
Mm-hmm.
I think Saturday night she went to the hospital. They admitted her. She was in labor Sunday and then had the baby Monday morning. So
Yeah,
the
pretty
same
long
day
time.
she would have been induced, but it was a week and a half late or
Okay,
whatever it was.
also
Well, because
a week
that's
and a
where
half late.
the induction date was.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, babies are small. My baby is now not small. He's
Yeah.
a chunk.
That's what I'm saying is like 2 weeks from now, Finley won't even look like the same kid.
No, yeah. They lose that newborn look pretty quick.
Yeah. But it's crazy.
Wild stuff, man.
Crazy.
I'm looking something up.
Look it up.
Look it up,
What are you
look it
looking
up,
up?
look it up.
Talk to me.
So I've been intermittent fasting because I decided I didn't want to go on a diet.
That's what your lunchtime routine has been all about?
No. I eat at once. So basically, my quote unquote diet is between the hours of 11 a.m.
You do all your
and
eating
7
between
p.m.
11 and 7.
I eat whatever the frick I want.
Wait, say that
Isn't
again.
that what,
Say
like,
that
you
again.
11
normally do?
a.m. and
Isn't that
7
what you
p.m.
normally do?
No, because normally if I eat breakfast, if I want to,
Yeah, but you don't
I'll
always
eat
eat
after.
breakfast.
Not always, but
Yeah.
I very rarely do I not eat after 7 p.m.
You're like a late eater.
Well, we eat dinner like around 4:30 or 5.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
And so then like 8 or 9 rolls around
You're
and
hungry,
there's
yeah.
always some type of snack or something going
Okay.
on. So it's mainly I cut that out and then I cut out the occasional like bagel in the morning and stuff like that. But it's more so just the routine of 11 a.m. to 7 p.m.
That's when you're doing all your eating.
That's what I do all my eating. And
How's that working for you?
so far so good. I'm
What
down
is
like
the-
3
what is
pounds
the
in the last like
science of
3 or
that?
4 days.
What's the
Wow.
science of that?
It's something about
It's
it.
your metabolism timing.
Yeah.
You're basically trying to get it to where your metabolism is kicking into high gear to where you're burning calories in your sleep or something like that, or like you're burning fat in your sleep.
Because
Like
apparently if you
eat too close to when before you go to sleep, like
it tells it like
it slows it down, I think, or something.
yeah,
like that,
well it makes your body think
that you're still
that
awake.
you're awake or that
Yeah.
it doesn't allow your metabolism to be timed correctly.
Gotcha.
Right. That's the whole point. It's basically an easy way to make, like, at the end of the day, like kind of like what Hunter's doing is like you just kind of making sure you're not eating too late in the day.
Well, it also is an easy way to reduce calories because if you are only eating between 11 and 7, I'll eat a like lunch at 11. I'm not
Yeah.
going to be hungry again typically till like 5 or 6. Then I eat that. And if I didn't snack in between there, it's a really easy way to reduce caloric intake versus
Yeah.
I eat in the morning, I eat at 11, I eat at 5, I eat at 8:30 or 9.
Big intermittent fasting guy.
But yesterday was the first day. I think it was
I
yesterday.
say, I'm pretty sure in college I did that without trying.
Yesterday,
'cause I
2
just
days
didn't eat
ago,
breakfast.
was the first day that I got like hungry at like 9:30. I was like, how
Yeah.
the frick am I going to make it an hour and a half? But I did. And then last night at 9 o'clock, I got this massive craving for cupcakes.
Oh gosh,
Didn't do it.
didn't do it.
Stayed strong.
That's good.
Even though
What's up?
there were cupcakes.
Yeah, I feel like you just got to make sure your dinner is like good enough. It also helps if you're going to bed like at a decent
Well, I think
time.
the issue was yesterday. So
I don't get snacky until it gets if I'm up a little later. It's like
Yeah.
9:30, 10. I'm like, ooh. let me get some
yesterday
snacks.
I ran at like 3:45.
Ooh, yeah.
And it was a 45-minute run.
Yeah, that'll do it.
And
That-
so then I came home, ate dinner immediately because I had to come back for a debate
Right.
night. But I don't think I ate enough for dinner.
Yeah.
So I was just sitting there starving. But I was like, no.
yeah, the run.
I know this isn't healthy, but no.
You throw a run in there and like your metabolism kicks it into high gear and you're like, whenever we're like in really good running shape, like I get way hungrier all the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
I burn just way more calories than I'm used to.
But I figured this was my best bet because
No, it's a good idea.
I refuse to eat healthy, essentially. And so far it's working. We'll see if it keeps working. I don't know.
We'll see.
We shall see. But yeah, I mean, it sounds like the ideal world. You eat whatever you want. You just time it.
Well, it's still important to eat healthy.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm not eating just like awful.
Hunter is basically structuring his life to where like he keeps his diet the way it is.
Exactly.
And like the first step was just working out, and now he's added he has a time window too.
Working out got me to where I wasn't gaining weight.
Right. So now this
working
time
out got me
window
where I was
thing
like,
is
I was fluctuating.
You're gonna lose a little bit.
Yeah. So originally I wasn't working out and I was eating however I wanted.
Yeah.
And I was gaining weight. So I got up to like, I don't even know what it was at, 215 or something like that, 217.
Mm-hmm.
Then I started working out, cared about what I ate for a little bit, got down to like 205.
Yeah.
And then I was at 205, working out, running, eating whatever I wanted. Stayed between 203 and 205.
Did you slipped under 200?
Once. I got to like 198 and then got back up.
Well, I was saying because now with
right
the
now I'm
intermittent
at
thing,
201.
Oh, right on the doorstep.
Yeah. So,
hey.
But I just was chilling at 203, 205, and I just wasn't moving, which is fine.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that because I was working out, so I'm putting on muscle, so I was definitely losing something because I'm putting on muscle and not gaining weight.
Right.
But still, I was just chilling in that weight range. So I was like, if I can just find one more tick without changing my diet to where I can just lose weight and just get down to like 195, and then I can go back to just eating normal and just being that weight.
Yeah.
Then I'll be fine.
I was never sure. Whenever we were really in good shape last year, I wasn't sure if I was gaining muscle until I stopped working out after I had the baby for a few weeks there, or probably really like a few months, and I lost weight. And I was like, well, that doesn't make sense. So that must have been that
You're
I
just
gained
losing muscle.
Yeah. And I definitely feel it. Especially in my legs, I definitely lost a lot of gas, but I'm back on track now. I'm back to my ways. And the key difference is this year is gonna be different because last year, whenever I was getting into shape, A, I started later. B, I didn't add the weight training in until much later. And C, we were eating like crap for lunch, like so bad. We're going to Sheets like every day and eating garbage.
Heck yeah.
Whereas now I'm packing my lunch. It's not like crazy healthy, but it's certainly not bad for me. I'm eating like a sandwich and an apple and like some chips. So that's going to make a key difference too, is not sludging myself. Probably make me a better runner too. I don't know. 10 milers in September. It's happening.
I'll be at 8 miles on Saturday.
Yeah,
Saturday's
you're
my
up
first time
there.
at 8 miles.
Your trials are going to come in August when you have a baby and you have to stay in shape.
I'm going to do it. I told Liz, I said, no matter
you
what,
have a lot more
you have to
motivation than
force
I
me.
did because you were very close to the
Because then I'll be a month out of the race.
Right. Because like
and I won't have a choice.
I had all the time in the world, so I wasn't super motivated, but you will have be way further progress wise. You'll be literally in half marathon shape, and that will be very close to the race.
Yeah,
so
I won't have a choice.
Yeah. That's like my only hope of like catching up to you somewhat. Because at this point, you're on pace to blow me out of the water in that 10 miler.
Oh no, though, I'm not running fast right now. I'm running like my 10K pace was like
but you're running
10,
10Ks
20
right now.
a mile or something.
I'm trying
like
to
that.
get back up to my 5Ks right now.
Yeah.
I mean, I could run a 5K right now.
I don't know what I feel like my 5K pace. We'd probably be close 5K pace wise because I'm just not. I'm not speed training. I have one speed run a week. I have one speed run a week. That's what my run is tomorrow. I haven't actually looked at what my run is tomorrow. I know it's a speed run.
I'm keeping my run simple for right now. I think once I start to get bored though, I'll start putting back in like the interval running. And just now that I've done enough of the workouts, I think I'm just going to implement it myself. Like the ones that I like, I'll just do because like I don't need to hear the coach in my ear all the time. Like I know how they work.
So this one is tomorrow I'll do a warm up, then 1 minute at my 10K pace, 45 seconds 5K pace, 30-second mile pace, and then
because I really do like
a minute recovery, and then repeat that 3 times.
I do love those runs where you get to like have like the really quick like 30-second sprint, and then the only one I didn't like was the hill workout where you were just sprinting up the hill and jogging down. That sucked.
Well, I have to pick. I have either that one or this one's just 30 seconds at your mile pace, and then you repeat it 20 times with a minute recovery in between. So it's 37 minutes.
That is tough.
So you just go sprint and then
how long is the recovery time?
A minute.
A minute.
So you go 30-second minute recovery.
That's pretty tough. Mile pace is quick.
Yeah.
Or at least the one I assume is my mile pace. I don't even remember last time I ran a mile.
Whenever I do like these speed workouts, my mile pace, because I don't look at my times until I'm done with my split. My mile pace will be
like 5 minutes.
Yeah, my mile pace is way faster than my actual mile pace.
Yeah.
Because I just do what feels like they say 9 out of 10. So I do it feels like a 9 out of 10, and it's like 5:45.
Yeah.
And I'm like, my actual mile pace is like 7. Like I was just to go run a mile right now.
You could break 7.
I probably could break 7, but
it would just hurt.
It would hurt, yeah. And I have no desire to do that.
Yeah. Miles are fun though.
Because my 5K pace when I'm in these workouts, and they say like do your 5K pace, and they say like 7 to 8 out of 10 effort. My 5K pace is like 750, and I'm like, I don't think that's accurate.
That wouldn't be accurate for me normally. I ran until we were actually running a race, and then I was running like 7:30 to 8 minute pace. But before then, like I was running around a 9 minute.
Yeah, that's what I trained.
Upper 8s to 9.
That's why I think if I ran a 5K right now, not a race, because obviously the race just adds adrenaline and you just start sprinting.
You just go fast, yeah.
But if I ran a 5K, like I just went out and ran it, I think my pace would probably be like 8:20, 8:30. I think is where I'd probably be at.
Probably.
Because I think one thing that I've learned throughout this is the way to like run. Because when we were starting training last year, we weren't doing a program. We were just doing it ourselves. And so I'd come out the gates hot and then I'd finish out slow.
Yeah, no, you got to start out slow.
Yeah. So now I've learned you start at your slowest and then you finish at your
Find
fastest.
your rhythm, yeah.
So that's what, like when I ran the 10K the other, like 2 Saturdays ago or last Saturday, I started at like 11:10 pace, 11:20 pace, something like that. I checked after like my first mile.
Yeah.
And then my last mile was at a 9:10 pace.
Yeah.
So like as the run went on, I just picked up speed.
Right.
And so when it all averaged, it was like 10:20 pace or something like that.
Yeah, you can always get faster, but
Yeah, you start really slow,
you
so
start
you
fast,
warm up into the run and feel where you're at. But like the 8 mile run on Saturday, I'm gonna start at like 12-minute pace. I'm gonna just try to start as slow as I can and just get like 2 or 3 miles in at that and just see where I'm feeling.
Yeah.
Because I did leg day Monday, killed myself on leg day, sucked.
Yeah.
Then
45s?
yesterday
Wow.
I couldn't. My quads hurt like so bad, but I still stretched and I ran. And I was able to run it was a 45-minute run. I ran like 4.2, 4.3 miles, so a little over 10-minute pace. And I got home and I felt great. And I was like, that's a good sign for Saturday, because if you told me I had to go run like 2 more miles right now, I could do it.
Yeah.
And so I got to run 4 more, but on fresher legs. I'm feeling pretty good about Saturday. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I think you should be.
We'll see what happens. I also got, I caved because I'm at the point where I need water while I run.
You got like a system.
So I had to get one of the like fanny packs that holds water.
You got the
Nice.
clip on water bottle.
Yeah,
one?
well, it's got 2 water bottles back here, and then
Yeah.
a fanny pack for your phone and keys or
Yeah,
whatever.
they're great. Did you get which one? What brand did you get? The
No
Spy
idea.
belt.
No, I don't think so. I can tell you.
Yeah. See what the one I got is pretty cool because like it looks a little less fanny pack because it's elastic, the material. So like unless it's stretched with your phone in it, it just looks like a belt. But yeah, you get to
Hydration running belt.
I mean, same idea. Yours has like
G-Run.
holsters.
Yeah,
That
mine's
one's
got
cool.
2 water whatever.
Yeah. The one I bought is kind of like you can add on, like you can buy more things to clip onto. But yeah, you get to a certain distance where it's like it's good, especially when it's summertime is when it really matters.
Well, like 10K, I was coming home, and like the last mile, I was like, really could use water.
yeah,
And I was like, when I get to 8 miles, there's
yeah.
no chance
and
of
once
getting
it's
through it.
once it's 80 degrees out, you can run 3 miles and you need water. Like
Yeah.
it gets to that point. The key is like getting yourself hydrated before you run too. I'm
2 weeks
usually
from
pretty
now-
intentional about like getting a bunch of water down in the hours before I run.
2 weeks from now, I'll be at 10 miles.
That's crazy.
Then
I
it just
mean, that's-
goes,
That's far.
yeah. So next week's 9.5, then 10 mile, then 10 mile. Then you go back to 8 mile. Then you go to 12.5 mile. Then you just do an hour long run. So that'll be like a 10K. And then 7 mile run, and then 13.1 to finish it.
Boom.
Wow.
Where are you gonna run 10 miles? You go run
Through
on
my neighborhoods.
say I like running the long ones on the trail downtown
Yeah, I mean, I could.
because it's very flat and it's different and it's an out and back.
From my house, I run through the neighborhood across the street. That links into Lake Vista. So I have to run on the main road of Lake Vista for less than a mile. Then I'm on to Graves Mill, which is in like that other back road.
Mm-hmm.
And then I can cut through that little like corporate drive where there's just a bunch of warehouses. And that takes me to the Gables parking lot up there, Spring Creek Gables. And then I can go from there through that parking lot into more neighborhoods. So the Gables is like right at 3.1 miles is where I would turn around for my 10K. So I just have to run a mile past that for 4. So I think I just go through the gables and like into the first neighborhood. Once I have to get to 10 miles, I don't know if I can quite get 5 miles back there. So I might have to start going. I might have to start going downtown.
You might just have to make a little loop at some point.
Well, yeah, I could just go 2.5 out, 2.5 back, 2.5 out, 2.5 back.
Well, even just like you get to one point, do a couple laps, and then
I really
back.
like just out and back runs. Like
I do
like
too.
I like
prefer
everything changing.
Yeah.
I
do
get too
prefer out
bored.
and back.
That's why if I'm on a treadmill, I can't run more than like 3 miles.
Yeah, I mean, I ran the first time I did the 5 or 6 miles, which was like as far as I got last time around. I ran it on a track.
Yeah, no.
Like, what's the guy thinking? What's he doing there?
Yeah.
Crazy person.
Because if I run on a treadmill like inside anywhere, my legs just my mental game just crashes.
Yeah.
Because I just immediately start thinking about how much pain I'm in, how tired I am, and then I'll just
treadmill.
I'll tire
All you
myself
gotta
out.
do is just step off.
Yeah, that's what I'm
like,
saying.
You're already home.
I'll tire myself out and just like hit stop and be
change
like,
of
ran
scenery,
3 miles.
yeah. And
But running outside, it just doesn't even feel the same.
Well, yeah, and out and back, the other key is like once you get out there, you got to go back anyways.
Well, also a pace on a treadmill feels so much faster when you're running outside.
Because it's awkward. It's awkward to run on a
Yeah,
treadmill.
because like I'll set it at like 9-minute pace or whatever, and on the treadmill I feel like I'm sprinting.
Yeah.
But outside I feel like I'm just going for a jog.
It's because it's such an awkward
Yeah.
thing to run on.
Treadmills aren't fun.
Running, dude. I got the runner's high back.
Yeah.
I'm very, very much.
Heck yeah. I didn't really used to know what a runner's high was. I didn't understand it.
My runner's high, I very rarely do I like the beginnings of my runs and the very ends of my runs. I really enjoy. The middle sucks, but I think that's for everybody. Like when I first start my run, I'm like, this is great. I'm getting out here, I'm running, I'm enjoying this, I'm not burnt out. And the end of my run where I'm like feeling that I've done it, I'm down to the stretch. And obviously, like once you're done, that's where the real, like you feel so accomplished, especially when you're doing those long runs and you're like, I just ran 6 miles. Like that's great.
Yeah.
I can do that.
When I start a run, my lungs always feel awful. Like I'll start awful in
it's finding your rhythm. Once
awful in like a way like
you feel like you're not going to make it. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, do you have to run that far? Once I hit like 2-3 miles in, my lungs like open up.
Yeah.
And like out of nowhere, my breath's just like, I feel like I'm taking in so much more air.
Have you heard the little hack that like distance runners use is they take Vicks vapor rub and they'll literally they'll put it on their chest and then they'll put it like on the inside of their nostrils just to like completely open up. And
I don't like Vicks.
Apparently, well, there's a lot of things you can use like that.
I have.
You can just use peppermint essential oil.
Well, I got my mom when I
just opens the crap out of your airways and all of a sudden you're getting a ton more oxygen intake.
Yeah.
UFC fighters do it a different way. This is freaking crazy. What they do, because like in UFC and fighting, obviously getting oxygen is huge. And what they do is they put a balloon inside of your nasal passage and they blow it up to open it up. And apparently it's one of the most painful, like you're seeing these UFC guys squirm while they're doing it. Like it's the most painful, uncomfortable thing ever, but it'll like temporarily open up your airways and it's very big advantage, but they all hate it. It looks awful.
I got a,
there's video of it and they're like, these are tough guys and they're squirming.
I was like, I had a cold or something. It's been probably a year ago now. And my nose was really stuffed up after.
Yeah.
And, I forget why, but I said something about it to my mom. And mom's like, "Oh, I've got the perfect thing." She's like, I know exactly what you need. Let me run to CVS and I'll drop it off." I was like, "What the heck is she about to drop off?" And it was essentially, it's in my backpack still because I carry it around. It's like not smelling salts, but it's just like this little tube, and you can use it as many times as you need throughout the day. And you just stick it in your nose and breathe in, and it's like Vicks Vapor Rub kind of, but it's just like in a little tube. So you just go, and I mean just.
It's
it
might just be peppermint essential oil or something like it.
It doesn't really have scent though. Like I don't know what's in it, but there's clearly something in it.
I mean, we're gonna have to see it.
And you just
go get it. I want to know what it is.
I feel like it's Vicks brand. Like,
it might be because like there's a lot of things like that that'll open you up. Because like Vicks it's menthol. I believe it's menthol that Vicks is using. It's like just a super strong minty thing that just opens you up.
Fun fact: if you're a singer, you shouldn't use cough drops that have menthol in it.
Why?
Because the menthol dries out your throat and it's bad for vocal cords.
You get nodes on your cords, man.
It is menthol.
It's menthol. Yeah, so it's the same. Yeah, it's the same idea.
It's a Equate Vapor Inhaler.
I think Equate is just like
Non-medicated.
the CVS brand
It's Walmart
Yeah.
brand.
or whatever.
Expires January 2024. But yeah, you just take that off, stick that in your nose.
Boom. Do it.
My nose isn't
won't.
stuffy right
Do
now.
Take
it.
a
You may
hit.
stuff it up.
I mean, I can do it.
No, dude, you're gonna be
You like it?
hits you in the face. I'm telling you, Hunter, try and do that the next time before you run. I'm not even kidding you. I bet you you'll feel it. You should start. You should do
Jeez.
that. You should do that next time before you run. That's like
Oh my gosh.
that's the big thing right now. Everybody's opening up their airways, get that oxygen intake up.
I feel like I'm breathing too much air.
Well, you're filling up.
Why did you make him do that, man? What the heck?
I thought it'd be funny.
Okay, it was.
It does have a scent now that I've done it.
Yeah, probably just like mint,
Whew.
like
It burns
burn,
all the way
yeah.
down. Jeez, I mean, I am breathing.
This
at
guy's
a
using
next
100%
level right
of his
now.
brain right now.
I think I lost my brain. Actually, that can't be healthy for you.
I'm sorry.
Nothing wrong with that.
Temporary burning, stinging, sneezing, or increased nasal discharge may occur.
Nasal discharge. That's a gross way to
Nasal
put it.
discharge.
It's just snot.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Inhale refreshing vapors through each nostril. Use as often as needed. Non-medicated vapor inhaler. Boom.
That's great. I've never heard of that, and I want one. I'm gonna get one.
You can have it. You can have
It's
it.
like a
okay.
poor man's smelling salts. Not hard
You-
enough that
yeah,
you're like. It's
you-
not hard enough that you're like, woo,
I was
freaking
saying.
out. But it's like enough that it still.
Smelling salts
Opens
will-
you up
I
and wakes you
guarantee
up a
you,
little
smelling
bit.
salts will make you cry.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's poor
Are
man's.
smelling
Yeah.
salts bad for you?
Surely.
I don't know. I don't think. I mean, you're like barely even getting the tiniest whiff of them. So like I don't, and nobody's doing them that often. So like I don't think it's gonna be harmful, but it kicks you in the butt.
I still think we should do it one day. Oh, my sister came up with a great punishment that we should do. She just recently took her dog to an obedience school, and this person has trained German shepherds that he was a police trainer.
Put in a bite suit.
He said, he was like, yeah, if y'all want to, I
Rick,
can throw you in a bite
that.
suit and just and tell my dogs the kill command and just let them go.
Rick, that would
sounds
that would
so
be so scary. I would be terrified for my life. What if that thing gets a hold of my neck?
Oh, you're in a bite suit.
Yeah, those things don't cover your neck. I've seen a bite suit.
I'm scared just thinking
if that
about
thing gets
that.
to your neck or your face, you're toast.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, so
but I mean, the
absolutely
dogs
not.
he'd be able to call them off immediately.
Yeah, too bad my face is now deformed by a bite mark
Oh,
from a German Shepherd.
Don't lose the disc golf.
while
Yeah,
we were in Texas.
Well, yeah, let's get Konner in and let's just play 1v1v1.
Oh, you think you're beating Konner?
Yeah.
Yeah, with the crap, dude. I'm a straddle putter now. I'll rip you to pieces.
Oh, did you putt yesterday?
No.
What the heck? I know you were itching to get home and putt.
I accidentally was really mean to my wife on the way home yesterday because she
What?
was supposed to
The heck,
she was
dude?
supposed to go to a meeting at 3.
Yeah.
And so I was thinking the whole way, like the whole time I was here, I was like, oh, that's sick. Whenever I go home, I'm just gonna bring the basket outside and immediately just
Yeah.
start putting.
And then she didn't go. And, you're
And no,
disappointed.
she went.
Oh.
And I stayed here just like 10, 15 minutes later yesterday. And I'm driving home, and then she calls me. And I'm like, why is she calling me? And I'm like, hey. And she's like, hey, I'm on the way home. And I was like, did you not go to your meeting? She was like, yeah, I just finished. And then I just immediately was in a bad mood because I just wanted to putt. I just wanted to see if I was a straddle putter now.
Well, we're going to find out.
And then she was like, what's wrong? And I was like, nothing.
You're going to be a straddle putter, man.
I am. I'm officially
Yeah.
changing.
If we got to the course day out, you can throw a few and see. We'll figure
Oh,
it
I
out.
can. Thank you.
We'll allow it.
We'll allow it, yeah. We'll get it for a TikTok, man. All right.
I don't know how long this show's went, but I mean, it feels solid.
52 minutes.
That's perfect. All right.
We just hit that sweet spot. That was good. 52 minutes. We're on the dot. I had the Crazy Mason last night. If you ever go to one of those milkshake places, don't go. So much money. Shout out mom and dad for paying for it.